Royalty Babies. It's your lovely host, Bree. And so originally, this whole video was supposed to be me getting ready for a business trip to Florida. I was doing my hair, packing, planning content, planning outfits. Like mentally, I was already there. Okay, I was in Florida. I was super excited because it felt like this trip was gonna be really important, for me and BreesPalace. But life kind of had other plans. I ended up not going on the trip, and honestly, it was a mix of a lot of different things. There was financial stress, that played a big part. Timing played a part. Transportation issues played a part. And also just realizing that mentally and emotionally, I wasn't in the best environment for that trip anymore. And I want to be careful how I tell this story because I'm not going to bash anybody or put my family's personal business on the internet. That's just not what this is about at all. I love my family deeply, but sometimes as you get older, you start realizing that protecting your peace and protecting your vision is really important too. I think for me, I had this picture in my head of how the trip was gonna go. And when reality started setting in, I realized I would have been forcing something that just wasn't aligning anymore. And one thing I'm learning this year is that every opportunity is not worth sacrificing your mental health, your finances, or your stability over. At first, I was honestly really upset about it. I felt disappointed because I just wanted the experience so bad. I wanted the networking, the content, the memories, all of that. But looking back now, I genuinely think staying back gave me time to regroup, focus on my business, focus on myself, and move smarter instead of emotionally. So I didn't even go through with the trip, and that's fine. Even though the trip didn't happen, I don't really see it as a failure anymore. I just see it as redirection. And trust me, Florida business trips, traveling for Breeze Palace, none of that is over. This is literally just the beginning for me. But I want y'all just to watch me do my hair. Now, this hairstyle also, I just should have known when I did this hairstyle, like, life was about to start lifing. The hairstyle was going good. This was my first time doing pigtails with like a weave. And honestly, it just was getting heavier and heavier the more hair I added onto it. And it didn't come out the way I planned it either, which was so frustrating. But despite all that, I did have fun doing the hair though. Like, I can't lie, doing the hair itself was very time consuming. It was just so long and just, very time consuming. As you can see, this length is just way too long for me. It was just too full, too thick. These bundles I got off of Amazon really came in clutch, but it was just way too long. I had to cut off some of the length. It was just killing me. And then randomly at 2 a.m., I just decided to cut the whole thing off my head and change my hairstyle completely because I just hated it. Like, it was just causing so much tension on my hair. I just felt like my hair was gonna snap off with all this heat, like heavy, 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 heavy hair on it. Like, as you can see, these bundles were so full. These are synthetic, but they were really good quality. Honestly, I can't say too much about the quality of this. And I ended up saving some of the hair to do other styles with it. Maybe I'll do some bohos with it because it was really good hair. It was just too thick. And then I tried to do a blunt cut. Oh, child. Anyways, but in the rest of this vlog, I do want to say you guys are going to see me just prepping for a launch. You know what I'm saying? Even though the business trip didn't happen, I got more time to focus on my first ever launch. So this is gonna be one of the longest vlogs I ever did. So just stay tuned. And yeah, that was the hair at the end. It was cute or whatever, but stay tuned to watch the vlog. Okay, y'all, right now I'm just doing the finishing touches on one of the sets that is actually gonna be featured in my first official BreesPalace launch. Oh, I'm so excited. So what you guys are seeing right now, this set is called Concrete Kawaii. I literally had to remind myself because I have so many names, so many ideas written down for this launch already. But this set is honestly one of my favorites because it gives soft glam, Y2K, city girl vibe while still being ready and available for you guys. And one thing about me, as a nail artist, I freestyle a lot. Like, most of the time, I'm not sitting here copying and pasting other nail sets or recreating someone else's exact design. Nah, not throwing any shade to anybody who does that, but couldn't be me. I love giving credit when credit is due, but most of the time, my sets are freestyled, came out of my brain and onto a nail set, okay? So I really love making one of a kind pieces and just creating whatever comes to my mind, in the moment. A lot of the times I will write down what I have in mind and make a sample set and kind of change it later on. So you guys will see tiny differences in the sets I wear versus the sets that I actually sell, but they are very similar because they are both inspired by one another. This specific set, though, is actually a large sizing set. So, what that means is since I do a lot of freestyling, sizing can vary depending on the set and style I'm creating. I base coat all of my sets beforehand and I randomly select which size I'm going to use. So here's a pre-launch disclaimer for all my girlies that are gonna go check out my website. I really want you guys to pay attention to the sizing. This is very important. Listen, listen, listen. Because when I launch this website, not every set is going to fit the same. I'm a freestyle artist, okay? So some sets are freestyles, some are luxury freestyles, and some are just made specifically for certain nail bed sizes. So please be careful. I will tell in the description of all of my Shopify listings that this is a specific size. So the size will be there. Read your descriptions, please. Just to emphasize a little bit more, if you guys do see duplicate sets, because I know you guys are like a little confused because I just said I only make one of a one. I said before I make a sample set for myself as well that I grab inspiration from back and forth. And if you ever see any duplicate sets during this launch process, 9 times out of 10, it's the set that I use to test durability, designs, wearability. That's the reason why. I just love what I create and I want to show off these nails. The nails I have on now, the pink and black, yes, those are one of the sample sets I did. And you can shop on my website for these nails as well. Right now, I'm testing out the length of time or my retention on these nails. I've currently had them on for about a week, and you guys will see later in the video the durability test by accident that I did on these nails. But honestly, this entire launch just feels so surreal to me because this is my first official business launch for BreesPalace, and I've spent so much time, like so much time planning this. I've been brainstorming, redesigning, changing ideas over and over again, testing products, currently testing products as we speak, organizing through inventory, just making sure I am dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's. Like, y'all really don't understand. It takes so much work building a brand from the ground up, and literally, you guys don't know who I am. I don't know who you guys are yet, but my channel is growing too. So shout out to y'all that have been subscribing, and look at that set. It's so cute. So the first one I showed you guys, that was just the sample set that I have for my own nails. And this is the one I have for the website. I have so many things planned for BreesPalace outside of press-ons too. I definitely want to expand on into things like lip glosses, lashes, beauty accessories, and just overall creating a full beauty experience when you shop with me. Like, when you shop with me, I want you to feel like you're getting something made with actual intention behind it. Not no copy and paste, not no, machine made. This is all made by hand. And I really want to emphasize that. Like 100% made by these two hands. I am well capable of making things that God has intended me to make. I'm making them. I don't want BreesPalace just to feel like, you're just buying nails. Like, no, girl. This is luxurious. I want it to feel luxurious. I am showing you guys me do it just so you see how personal it is for me. This is my creative source. You know what I'm saying? This is my creative outlet, and seeing what's in my head go onto some nails, that's actual intention behind it, not just some, paid worker, I'm working, and this is for you guys. And while I'm working, I will always have YouTube playing in the background, as you guys can see on my iPad. There's literally a video running, always. Always gotta have something to entertain me while I watch YouTube and I'm creating. So while I'm creating, I usually watch like other business owners. So like productivity vlogs, business vlogs, girl talks, and sometimes just random background noise, to be honest. But I think being surrounded by other creative people, even through videos, just keeps me motivated while I work. Like, I love watching other entrepreneurs. I love watching other nail girlies do their thing. I love hearing about like a nail tech's week in the life. Like, I just love that, because it's like, if it can happen for them and they can grow their businesses from scratch and they can become successful, I can too. So I really grab inspiration from it, especially during this launch, because launching a business is honestly freaking scary. Like, girl, I have a lot of pressure, okay? Let's just be so real. There is so much pressure behind it, because you want everything to be perfect. You want people to support it. You want people to understand your vision. And at the same time, you're just learning as you go. Like, through this whole process, I'm just thinking in my head, like, okay, what do I do next? How do I make this? How do I perfect this look? How do I make it look good? Are people going to buy it? Am I putting my whole effort into it? It's a lot that goes through my head, and especially during this process, because I'm just sitting there like, I need to perfect these nails. The shapes need a shape. It needs to be shiny. It needs to be sparkly. It needs to be attractive to the eye. It needs to be wearable. The art needs to be perfect, not messy, not crooked. Like, I go over my steps like a million times. But honestly, I'm really proud of myself for even getting to this point, because there were so many moments where I doubted myself and just felt overwhelmed, where I was just like, you know what, maybe that 9 to 5 is the safe way. You know what I'm saying? But now, seeing actual products sit on my table ready for launch is actually freaking insane. Right now, the website is still password protected while finishing everything up and to get all the final details together. But if you guys want to stay updated for the launch, definitely check out my Instagram at BreesPalace_. The link is in my bio as my link tree. So when you join the email list for the press on launch, you'll know exactly when everything goes live. And obviously, I'll be creating content, keeping y'all updated, all that good stuff. I also have my business information, my business information linked there too. So if you guys want to reach out, ask questions, or just stay connected with the brand, hit me up. I'm always welcome to comments, DMs. Let me know, because if you got questions, girl, I got questions too. Like, hi, how are you? Who are you? Do you want to be friends? But anyway, I really want BreesPalace to feel like a community and not just a business page. Like, I want to get to know who's watching me. Shoot, if you got a brand too, let me watch you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, I just want pretty nails, luxury packaging, cute branding. But I also want like genuine contact and connect with people, just to connect with people and just have you guys see the creativity behind me. And I want to see the creativity behind you. Because I know you're not just watching a random nail tech build her brand from nothing if you weren't a creative person as well. You know, I'm still building things little by little. Don't get me wrong, we starting from scratch, the scraps. We in the trenches right now. But I'm proud of the space I've created for myself because it represents just like how serious I am. And I love the dedication and the work that I have put even into this nail set. And let me tell you, this set specifically, I've been like, I don't know, I've been just getting stumped on it. Then I'll work on it for a little bit, get stumped on it again. But honestly, seeing it finished, and I'll show you guys the finished look in a second, it represents just how serious I am. How serious I am about this brand, how serious I am about my future. And, you know, if anybody's here just to listen for inspiration, let me tell you this. You could do it too, boo. I'm doing it. I don't know if it's going to fail. It might fail. It might work. I don't know. But I'm still going to try. And I'm still going to show up for my business. But anyway. I feel like this launch is the beginning of a new era. Honestly. For me, creatively and business-wise, I'm super excited. Like, I'm excited that you guys get to see everything come together full circle. You know what I'm saying? If you guys saw where I started from, the little snack table in my bedroom, and, you know, it's not like I'm moving up. I still got a little small nail desk and a cart. But okay, but that cart and that nail desk gonna take me places. Okay, it's gonna take me up and elevated. Okay. That will be all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next launch video where I will be introducing you guys into my workstation so you guys can see a little more behind the scenes. Bye.